Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Walking with Weaver. And this, for this outing, I went to the Little Big Econ, the trailhead over in Geneva, and I believe there's I don't know, like 29 different trails or something in the Little Big Econ, trail system. And one thing that you need to know about this is these trails are part of the Florida Trail System. And if you'll notice, as I make my way through these trails, you'll see some blue markers and some orange markers, and those are to help you stay on the right path. There's one on the right up on the tree. They're just rectangle looking. There's one on the left on that big looks like pine tree there. And depending on how they are laid out, it helps tell you which direction your trail is going. And again, depending on what trail you're on, depends on what color they're on. So it helps you to know this so you don't get lost. And the trail I end up on ends up being orange, and each color means a different thing. And honestly, I don't know what color means what, but once you get on your trail and you know what color that trail is, just stay on that color and then you won't get lost, is basically what it amounts to. But one thing about these trails is, wow, they are, I don't think there's any other word that I can use for this section anyways other than beautiful. And this section happens to be part of my race route that I'll be doing in February. So I have the map actually pulled up there on my phone, and I just thought it was, I'm going to try and hit, a couple sections of my race route multiple times, just kind of get an idea. And so yeah, and one thing I want to point out here in a minute is you'll notice that when there's two markings on top of each other, if the top marking is to the right, the trail will then turn to your right, and if the top marking is on the left, the trail will turn to the left. And here in just a second, we'll get one of those markings, and I'll try and point it out to you. There it is right there on the right. See those two markings? The one on the right or on the top is to the right, and now you'll see me turn to the right. So that's how you kind of keep your wits about you as far as what direction to go. And yeah, like I said, that's just how they try to help you not get lost. and when you turn around and come back, it's it's the same thing. And yeah, this trail runs right down along the Little Big Econ River, I think is what it's called. And you'll see in the pictures it it really is just a nice looking river. And you get everything from normal river looking water to green swampy looking water, and the trails are nice and windy. You get your big oak trees like what you see right there in front of you, to cypress to pine to scrub oaks to thick palmettos. Just what a nice set of trails. I was hoping that I'm still having a little bit of foot issues. What I was hoping is this was on a Saturday, was to go down and do some of it on Saturday, and then to come back on Sunday and do another section of it on Sunday. But man, I still got one heel on my left, that's just giving me some issues, and it's really starting to be annoying. So I think it's time for a bionic foot. But anyways, just like I said, what a nice set of trails this was, or is. And the weather that day was just perfect. You'll hear it in my little post-race little, I don't know, talk thing that I do. Yeah, just really nice set of trails. Their bugs were at a minimum, and just can't say enough nice about these trails. Again, it just, yeah. So if you've never been out there, you need to put this on your your to-do list for sure. It would definitely be an easy hike for the kids, for dogs that are good on a leash, for anybody. It's not super technical. It's not a whole lot of elevation change. Just it's great trails for anybody. I don't think I would necessarily recommend mountain bikes because there's some parts where it's got some pretty big step ups, as far as just some transitions and stuff, and it's got quite a few little bridges, wooden bridges. It would probably be too narrow for a mountain bike, and maybe even too narrow for like the three-wheeled strollers. So I wouldn't suggest strollers for this either. So yeah, like I said, fun for the whole family, especially on a beautiful day like it was today or that day. And sometimes when you're out on trails, you never know what kind of people you're going to come across. Here's a group of people. I'm not sure what they were doing out there, but looks like we got I don't know, a long-haired hairband kind of guy, a lady with a big old sunflower around her neck. I don't know, somebody trying to be Run DMC, and I'm not sure about that guy in the jersey. But I just thought it was interesting to see them, 2 miles deep in the wood on this trail. Here's one of the bridges they had out there, and they're definitely keeping up on the repairs. But most of these bridges, I think it's about time for new and better bridges on some of these bridges out there. So yeah, like I said, some interesting folks sometimes you see out here. And here's the end again. I believe this is actually the Florida Trail System, and I know it goes all the way up and down. Florida. I'm not sure where the beginning and the end of it is. I'm definitely anxious to get back out there and figure it out. And again, I know that part of this is part of the course I'm going to be racing on. So I know I'll figure it out eventually. um, so yeah, definitely some interesting characters, and it's not always the critters that are interesting. Now that we've made our way back to the trailhead, I did stop and take a couple of pictures, so I'll go ahead and put them up here. Again, the pictures in the video don't really do this trail justice, just what a nice looking trail it is. So here's a couple of pictures that I took. Enjoy these pictures and my little after trail little, I don't know, interview or whatever that I give of myself. Well, it's a nice day out. Honestly, can't remember the name of these trails out in Geneva. And not only is it a nice day out, cold front just came through. When I got here to these trails, I actually waited in my truck for about 10 minutes for a little storm. No, it wasn't even a storm, it was just rain. It was a little bit cold, and so I was hoping that if I waited a little bit, I looked at the radar on my phone. Actually, I had great signal out here in the middle of nowhere, and by looking at the radar, it looked like if I waited, it would pass, and it did. And then slowly but surely, all the clouds went away, and the sun is out and bright and shiny, and this place is packed. And I still can't remember the name of this place. And the sign's too far away, but a great day. Oh my God, I'm gonna say high 60s, low 70s. There is a breeze, and these trails out here, wow, beautiful trails right along this little windy river. This river, you get anything from a flowing river to, kind of that greenish swamp water, to cypress trees, to thick palmettos, to, I mean, just what a beautiful trail. There's a little bit of elevation. It's just really, 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 really nice. I only did 6 miles this route. I'm trying to listen to my feet. And I spoke with Coach Lockram, texted with Coach Lockram yesterday, and I'm having a heel problem, still having that foot problem, and the only thing that's still really hanging me up is one of my heels. And we decided that right now just got to take it step by step. And so I went one portion of the trail, which is here from the trailhead down to, I believe it's part of the Florida trail system, and that was 3 miles, and my feet were feeling great. Turned around, came back, started feeling my heel a little bit, and it's back at the trailhead. And for today, I'm just gonna call it quits, just because my feet still feel good. I'm feeling it a little bit in that one foot and that one heel. And my plan is, as long as everything still feels good today and tomorrow, to come back and hit the other side of the river, and maybe I'll remember the name of the river tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. And we'll go from there. So yeah, there's a lot of people out here too, but again, I don't blame them. So that's what I got, and thanks for walking with Weaver.